Now that the wind has shifted.
Now that we've got the smoke on our side.
Hey, oh, hi, I can see you now.
Oh, hiya.
Oh, hi. That's quite the intro to the podcast.
It is. We firefighters fighting fire. What's up, guys? Welcome back to your favorite podcast, the Dirt Drive Podcast.
They're really fighting back at us.
This is an exclusive episode that's not really going to fall in line. It's going to be a Thursday episode.
Oh, okay.
So it's not really going to fall
right.
in line anywhere. I don't know. We don't know when this is coming out, but it is coming out at some point because you're going to produce the videos.
Yes.
So
it is the official announcement of our first YouTube
we've been
video.
Flirting with it over the last few podcast episodes that we have bought Tom has bought a CJ7 that we are
Five.
CJ5 that we are
CJ5.
flipping, restoring, building.
All
we don't know
above.
what we're doing with it yet, but
it was
we
too
have
good
it.
of a deal to pass up.
Yeah. So tell us about the too good of a deal.
It's a 78 CJ5.
Does it feel like you said this already today?
Having deja vu. The microphone's a little bit bigger. No, it's 78 CJ5. It was originally slated to be restored by us for the customer as a job. Customer got new job, moving. We're probably moving, clearing out the garage. This was the first project to go.
Did he? So since it's been in the family for so long, because you're the first owner not in the family to own it. Did he have any heartache giving it to you, selling it to you?
I think he was happier to sell it to me and to us, knowing what we were doing with it, versus some rando
On Marketplace. Yeah, I get that.
When he first told me he was selling it, like knowing what the project was, and like had already kind of looked it over, like knowing what we were, to kind of give him a rough ballpark for the resto. I was like, there's no way I can afford to give you a fair price for it. So like, go ahead, post it, kind of thing. Like, sorry, you got to sell it. And I want to say he had it listed for like 2 or 3 months. And the only people that came to look at it had no clue what they were looking at. They just saw a dismantled, rusty Jeep and were like, nah.
Yeah. I'm surprised they even came to look at it.
Well, he said the biggest thing he ran into, because he's down in Ashburn, was the people who seemed to actually want to buy it would get his address and be like, "That's too far, sorry." Which I don't get, because like I would drive hours
for a deal like that,
for a project like that.
Yeah, because it's a good project. It's going to turn out.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's going to turn out really nice.
Yeah, and that's like I don't really want to do anything. Like, I don't want to necessarily like finish it. Where like we're doing a full frame off restoration. I don't have the spare time or the extra cash to do that. But it's the hardest thing about doing restorations is dismantling the project.
Yeah. Like
taking it apart, cataloging everything, bagging and tagging everything. Like, that's a 2 to 3 day project. Like, that's if at the shop that's going to cost you $3,000. Like, that's an expensive part of the project. Yeah. It's done. This thing is completely dismantled. The body is only ratchet strapped to the frame right now, which is the second CJ we bought like that, if you remember correctly.
That's true. That is, yeah.
Yeah. And that was like when he told me that we were pushing on the trailer, and he's like, just so you know, the body's not attached. I was like, yeah, not the first time I've put a detached tub on my frame, on a frame on a trailer. But yeah, it's like, it's in good enough shape that it was like, it's a perfect restoration candidate.
Yeah.
So I think what my plan since like day one when he told me was always do the hard parts that people don't
get it mechanically
can't
sound.
do themselves. Mechanically sound, running, driving. I'll probably end up patching the rust, or at least the worst of it, and let whoever we sell it to decide paint color and amount of paint work.
Yeah,
because a good paint job is going to range from $5,000 to $20,000.
Yeah, $30,000,
depending on what you want out of it.
I like the idea of the Rusto mod too that you flirted with. Or you're gonna flirt with in the video we have is the Rusto mod of doing the 4.7 stroke or like doing like a powerhouse,
which would be really cool. Like when we were having that conversation, the condition of the motor was unconfirmed. If you watch the video,
you'll find out.
Subscribe
a little
to the
more
YouTube, you'll get more of these details. But I mean, it's still on the table. Like I still have that motor and pile of parts sitting on a shelf that doesn't owe me anything.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a future build. Maybe it's this build.
Maybe you do this build to just get it running and driving. You fall in love with it, and then it's this build too.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe it's both. Maybe I don't get a bite on it to sell it with the original motor in it, and it's worth it to do something else. Maybe I sell off everything else to afford this one or whatever it is. But I don't know. I think it's a simple build. There's nothing groundbreaking about it. It's just going to kind of be a fun extracurricular project that we can film easily without like taking up too much time.
Yeah.
Like
it'll turn into a nice weekend cruiser for someone.
Right.
Maybe yourself, maybe someone else, but it'll be like a nice fun project.
I think the hurdle with like filming any of the other projects we're doing is it's usually time, right? Like when I'm working on the YJ or the shop Jeep, like I only have like 4 hours. So it's like to waste half of that in the video process just isn't worth it because I'm on a deadline to fix whatever it is, or I only get a couple hours to.
It's someone's vehicle they want to pick up at the end of the day.
Right. So like I think that's the benefit of this is there's zero deadline to it. It's all simple enough stuff that we don't have to worry about. I guess making mistakes. I'll say. But like there's no consequence.
There's no mistakes. There's no consequence.
Yeah, there's no consequence to it. Where like if we like,
other than your time, but
yeah,
it's also the mistakes you make turn into YouTube content.
Right. Like if
I broke the head stud. Oh, a head bolt. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we got to do a video about how to extract a head bolt.
Right. Which is then a complete reset in tools, reset in cameras, and like what should be a Saturday afternoon is now 3 days later, which like we can't afford as the shop. I don't have the spare time outside of the shop to do it. So like this one's easy because it's going to be a lot of like, wire wheel and paint and spray paint, and rattle can this, rattle can that. Like laying out the painless harness is
painless.
It's really simple. And the beauty of it is there's nothing in this Jeep. It is bare.
Yeah.
So like the hard part when we do those painless kits for customers, like we don't usually disassemble the whole Jeep because it's just not necessary. But laying that painless kit out when the Jeep is disassembled makes it that much easier.
That's literally a bare tub. The dash isn't even bolted into it.
Yeah, there's no dash. The steering column's out. The only thing that's in it is the pedals. And we have every part. I went through the bins. Like the parts are there. We have like the seats, the hood, the radiator, like new carburetor, the brand new painless kit sealed in the box, like
and it's
new gauges. Like
it's very nice because it's a one family Jeep. So literally all the parts originally were there.
Yep.
Did you get any like the cool dealership paperwork with it?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Because that'd be cool too.
Yeah,
I've got the dealership paperwork for my dad's Jeep.
The only unoriginal sheet metal is going to be the windshield frame. So we'll have to like glass will be like the only thing we have to purchase per se, which
shouldn't be that expensive. It's a flat piece of glass.
And they're cheap, but I'm pretty sure I still have a CJ7 windshield and frame in the junk pile. You were just over there, so.
I don't know.
Was it over there, leaning against the side of the garage?
I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure the glass.
I didn't look that hard.
I'm pretty sure the glass is the same. So like I may be able to just have somebody pull the glass out of that frame and put it in this new frame. So yeah, I kind of like if I were to keep it, if I was building this for me, I don't. As much as I say this, I truly don't really want to keep it, which I know sounds weird.
No, it doesn't sound weird.
I've had tons of projects that I've enjoyed the build and I've enjoyed cruising around in, and then I'm more than happy to move them on and go to I have no attachment to this thing, and I think it's going to be a really cool project regardless of what we choose. Like I've always wanted a doorless, topless cruiser Jeep, like the JK cruises, but it's not that. Like I want the old school.
I think that might be a hard marketplace sell because you need to find someone that really wants something that has the room in the garage for it.
Yeah, I agree. I think,
but I think if you build it that way, they will come. You'll find the right buyer.
And I think we do have we have a soft top frame. I think the only thing we're missing is the fabric. But I have fabric half doors with the uppers, so we easily could sell it with a top. But
I also really like the idea of the low back seats with the no roll cage.
I know
it'd be so keep it bring it back down to stock height.
Yeah, I would leave it at this height. Personally, I think the stock height and stock wheels on the early 5s look a little weird to me. It makes more sense on a flat fender or a 3. I think the 5s and the 7s need that beefier tire,
just a little bit bigger.
But these are 33s, 3315. Just keep that exact wheel and tire size. It'd be ideal.
Yeah, me and Trevor were looking at those. We're like, those are the first or second generation.
Those are the KOs.
Yeah.
They're not even KO. They're old. They're before the KO2.
Yeah, there's no DOT number on there.
Yeah, the KO2 is 25 years old.
Yeah.
I don't
trust those tires to hold air on that trailer.
I'm actually amazed. That thing rolls so well. 3 of us were able to push it up the trailer.
Damn.
No winch. Just 3 people and manpower. I'm like, all right, this thing mechanically is primed to be cleaned up and functioning.
Yeah. I was surprised. Future video. I was surprised you really did the engine to turnover
easily, easily, and it's not catching anywhere. It's running smoothly. So whoever parked it,
it's turning smoothly.
Right.
What I said running.
Oh, fair enough.
we don't know that yet.
Yeah,
that's a different episode. Yeah. We haven't recorded yet.
Yeah, I think what will be the challenge on determining what we're doing with the drivetrain is going to be, if that motor runs, how well does it run?
Yeah.
The 4 liters are.
It should run like a top in theory.
It's a 4 liter. Yeah. If I don't know what the original mileage is. Just go through the boxes, see if the original Speedo gear's in there, the odometer.
That'd be pretty cool.
I can also probably look at the title. But, that thing's been all over the country. It was purchased new in California. It was moved to Oregon with the family. And then he took it to Maryland when he moved to Maryland. It spent time with,
That actually explains a lot of how it's so rust-free.
And that's the thing is it's rust-free, a West Coast, somebody from the West Coast would be like, that thing's totaled. But on the East Coast, we're like,
minty. I'll take 2.
Yeah, give me a wire wheel and a can of Rust-Oleum, and we're good to go.
Yeah,
which is exactly what the plan is. So, and the hard part of taking it apart is done. We just have to take the body off the frame and go to town.
Yeah,
trash the brake lines, trash the fuel lines.
But they sell kits for.
Yeah, a stainless brake line kit for a CJ7 at least was the last one I bought, was $140.
It's dirt cheap.
Yeah. That's I think it's gonna be a fun winter project. I'm hoping it makes enough money we can turn some of it back into the podcast YouTube side of things and
buy another junker that we're gonna flip and
just kind of keep that roll going. I know there's 1,000 hot rod and build video series out there, but
it's fun to do. It's good content to watch. I was watching a Vice Grip Garage video.
Yeah.
Came out 12 hours. In 12 hours I had 100,000. I'm like, there's definitely a market for it. If they're getting 100%. Those kind of views, there's definitely a market for people to want to watch the good quality put together ones. And from me watching the phone as I was recording, I'm like, this seems like the same.
Yeah.
We're just not the personality that he is, but not yet anyway.
I think that's the easy transition for us, because we've been doing this for so long now. I think that's our characters exist. We don't have to build ourselves or prove ourselves. It's a small fan base, but it's a fan base. And I just think
I think that the rebuilding, the light off-road trips that we'll be doing, because they're gonna the off-road trips are gonna get lighter. With kids, in the picture and everything.
I mean, I would argue they've been very light as of late.
Yeah.
And personally, I think.
They're still just as fun, but they're just light.
I have a personal goal for 25 of hitting events.
Yeah.
Versus doing trips, and that comes down to a lot with the contacts we made. Like Great American Crawl is high on my list.
Yeah.
I think.
Agree.
I mean, we don't know when this is coming out, so this is either before or after PRI. But I think there's gonna be some.
I'm gonna guess after, Tom.
No,
I'm gonna guess after, Tom.
I like your realism. I'm gonna be a little more optimistic. I think it's gonna come out while we're at PRI.
Okay. That Thursday.
Oh yeah, it could be. We could do Thursday. Yeah, because that is only a month away.
Yeah, and that gives you. I mean, they're gonna be short videos to start off with. Like we can't promise you guys anything long to start off with. We are cutting our teeth with the YouTube production.
Yeah,
it is gonna be short videos to start, and then as we get together and get it figured out, we'll get longer. Then hopefully at the end of the series, save all the raw footage and do a full hour-long build video.
Since the first one is already filmed, it's just not released yet. I will say on here, if you guys want more nerdy educational side of it, like. If you want me to go through the technical process, like, let us know. I'm happy to walk you through it. Because there's a lot of DIY stuff on YouTube, which is awesome. But like, there's always like from the professional perspective, I always feel like there's the DIY like shade tree way, and then there's the DIY like professional way. Like there is to me a difference.
It's get it right to get it running, or get it right or get it running.
So
is the two things.
So like I always laugh. Mike Finnegan Garage is, to me it's hilarious when like I'm watching him build stuff and he's like, "Oh, I'm not a real mechanic or anything, but this is how I would do it." And I'm like,
as he pulls out a micrometer, you're
and I'm like,
you're more than a real mechanic.
Like you are like I'm not a real fabricator as you're like welding up turbo manifolds out of titanium in your basement, like. Dude, you are doing
anything. It doesn't do anything but TIG.
High level professional fabrication,
1,000 horsepower race car. Yeah.
So like those guys exist, and like I think that's a great space for actual non-trained DIY people to learn like a higher level of DIY. So I'm happy to put that out there. Like going full professional on things is not even realistic for most shops. Let alone for everybody at home. So like there's a way you can do, I don't want to say cut the corner, but like there's a way you can do it from a DIY standpoint
and still get it right
without spending $50,000.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like that's hard to do for anybody, like regardless of professional or not. So that's my 2 cents.
I like the you guys will have to watch. We can't give away everything, but you guys will watch the videos. I think we're going to do some pretty funny and entertaining things too on there.
Well, yeah,
that's the whole point. Is we want to be
that's
entertaining.
The other thing that drives me nuts on YouTube is the lack of entertainment on the educational stuff.
Yeah,
like I can't tell you how many how-to videos I've looked up for myself, and it's just a dude like, you know, with a GoPro on his forehead, and it's like watching the Blair Witch Project, and it's like, bro, get a tripod, like. And the video has 30,000 views on it. And I'm like, who is watching this?
The tripod I have was $25, the one the phone's on now.
Right.
The other one I have is $12.
Right. Or like the one that drives me nuts more than that is the sound quality. Like they do a whole monologue in front of the camera, and then they walk 50 feet away to work on the car, and they don't have a microphone, and you can't hear them anymore. And that's got 100,000 views on it.
Before we started filming today, Tom put on the lapel mic, and we tried it in 15 different positions before we finally found a shitty one that worked good enough.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
and then again, I even told him, I'm like, hey, I know this audio is not going to be the best. Well, I mean, we pride ourselves on audio, so it's still decent. It's better than other YouTuber audio. But I'm like, if we get more than 3 of these videos produced, I will buy like the DJI good lapel mics.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Like if we I mean, the same thing we do with the podcast gears. Just prove it, and I will go buy the good gear if we're gonna do it consistently. And I think we've been talking about it forever. I think we just need to. And now that, like I said, now that you kind of settled the shop.
Yep.
I'm kind of settled in at work. I'm kind of getting a flow back to life before it's all fucked up in a few months.
Yeah. it's a very logical next step, and I don't know. I think we're gonna have fun with it.
Yeah.
Because like I said, this is the perfect project to cut our teeth with. It's not like a complicated build where we also have to figure out what we're doing for the build on top of how to film it. Like this is a simple project for us.
That's the beautiful thing about the CJs. It is a body, a powertrain, and brakes.
Basically, yeah.
There's nothing else to a CJ. A body, powertrain, and brakes.
The 4-liter I have memorized at this point. Like getting that thing running, especially with a brand new carb out of a box. Like that's 3 wires, fuel, and a battery.
Yeah.
Like we should break it up into multiple videos, but we could probably do one 30-minute video on wiring that Jeep and getting it running.
That's just one video.
We'll do it as 2.
Okay. Oh, one wiring and one getting it running.
Yeah.
The suck, bang, blow, and then the spark.
Suck, squeeze, bang, blow.
Suck, squeeze, bang, blow, and the other one's the spark.
The best part's the squeeze.
But we do finally have video content coming.
Yes.
We are actually doing it.
Yeah.
You guys need to help us.
No more excuses.
Help us stay accountable. We don't know the time frame. I'd like to say every 2 weeks we're gonna have a video. Maybe it's gonna be once a month.
I think
it all depends on Tom took the responsibility of editing these.
The editing part is not what concerns me on keeping that schedule.
It's the actual.
It's the banking that content. Like I think if we can get a solid weekend in, like a solid 2-3 day weekend, we could damn near finish that Jeep, at least for how we want to build it, which would give us a bi-weekly video for 3 months.
Yeah. Which would be awesome.
Yeah.
And then at the end of that, we compile all the videos into one single hour-long video.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say that would be an ideal situation in a perfect world type deal. And I think it's definitely doable.
With
the holidays coming up, I think it's doable.
In theory, if the holidays are coming, we don't know when this is coming out.
Yeah. Maybe the holidays are past. We don't know.
Big mustard. You'll find out. Is that future or past?
Well, at this point, that's a callback.
Yeah.
Because that episode is definitely coming out before this one.
Fair.
So yeah, I think we'll. I think that should be kind of how we. Because we do that now with the podcast, behind the scenes, plot twist.
Yeah.
We just do a bunch of content in a row, and then that drags us out for a while. I think we should try and do the same with the build videos.
Yeah, and I think that's how a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
Unless like the full-time YouTubers, they actually produce a video.
Well, yeah, because their 9 to 5 is creating that video, which would be fantastic. But that requires you guys to like, share, and subscribe on all platforms.
God damn it!
Damn it! I love running the shop.
Share us with your friends. That's the important thing. Is
at least one, maybe 2.
We appreciate you guys supporting us individually. Please share us with your friends so they can also support us.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else? I'm excited. I'm excited to have a fun project to work on.
As much fun as the video side of it is going to be, and that whole venture, the project itself is exciting to me. It's kind of a project. It's a build I've talked about doing. I've always talked about doing it with a flat fender, but the prices of flat fenders these days make that project completely pointless.
If you're going to try and find a flat fender that complete, that'd be a $10,000 Jeep.
To match what that Jeep is from a condition and like parts standpoint, like I would get a disconnected body that looks like crap and a pile of boxes with parts in them for $10,000 for a flat fender that still had floors
that hasn't run since the 60s.
Yeah. That has a motor that isn't locked up and has floors.
Yeah.
Like, which hurts my soul, but
maybe next build.
But I also feel like the 5 is better suited for this build than the flat fender. Like there's a part of me that was always like doing a modern flat fender is dumb, but doing a modern 5 is not that dumb.
Yeah, a Rusto mod, if you will.
Yeah.
I think the Rusto mod with the 4-liter, the 4.7 would be fucking cool.
Yeah.
But I also understand how unattainable that is currently.
Yeah, and I mean, for all we know, this thing runs and fires up and it has rod knock, and then we're right back at the beginning. But there's a part of me that, like, from a content creation standpoint and from a life standpoint, like, wants to do a relatively quick flip on it.
Yeah.
Like, just get it running, get it looking decent.
Don't get it right, just get it running.
Yeah. And let
get it right enough so that
let somebody else finish it off.
Whoever you sell it to is not complaining about everything you touched.
Right.
But
yeah, I mean, the right part, like, the brakes will be functioning, like, everything will be torqued properly, like, but like I'm not gonna sit here and sandblast and powder coat the frame just for the flip.
Yeah,
like, it's not gonna be that good. It's not gonna be a true full frame off, museum quality restoration. Like, I'm not going for correctness or anything else. It's just gonna be make it a Sunday cruiser, which is 90% of the classic Jeep market. Yeah. Most people just want.
I would love something. I mean, that's what we use our JK for, is a Sunday cruiser.
Right. So. Which, like, for me, like, as much as I love the fact that I can do that in a JK,
in a CJ,
it's not the same. It's not the same.
In a CJ.
Like, the thing that makes everybody love the JK and even the JL and just every Jeep is what you get out of the purely mechanical classic cruising. Like, it still has a clutch linkage. Like, it's not a hydraulic clutch in a 78. It's still just levers.
My 83 was that way.
Yeah, 84 I think was 84, 5, and 6 are the only hydraulic ones. But it's like that's the way it should be. And like that's gonna be the heart of this project, is gonna be just classic Jeeping.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna call it.
Classic Jeeping.
That should be the YouTube series.
Classic Jeeping Part 1.
Yeah.
It's your YouTube series.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
We got to finish this Jeep or we're going to lose the shop.
It's Tony Angelo's bit. Now we can't do that.
I know. Yeah.
No, I'm just excited.
Well, unless we tow it up to Tony and have him hot rod it.
A collab. Hey, we're starting we're starting a shitty little YouTube channel.
He still refers to himself as a shitty little YouTube channel. And I'm like, Tony, you can't be a professional TV personality and have a shitty YouTube channel. That's not how that works.
You can't make your entire living off of YouTube and be a shitty little channel.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Let us know what you guys think. Are we actually going to be able to do a full series on this? Are we actually able to put out all the videos?
I mean, if you ask them, it's going to be no.
For a good reason. No, we're going to do it.
We're going to prove everybody wrong.
We're going to do it.
Not only are we going to do the videos, we're actually going to finish this project.
And the nice thing is, like, there's no time frame, which gives us the opportunity to do the YouTube stuff right in theory.
Yeah. Well, just do it in conjunction with.
Yeah.
Like, because
like, it does, like, if you're trying to film a project, double your time.
100%. If not more.
And we found that out today.
Yeah.
It took us 4 hours to
do what was literally 5 minutes worth of work.
Yeah.
If we weren't filming that, for me to pull a valve cover and turn a crank pulley over, it would have been all of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But
that's the fun of it.
Then we can't share it with you guys.
Yay, and we love you.
Probably more than you love us. But show us your love. Like, subscribe, and share.
Share with your friends.
And when you hear this, it will be out, so head over to YouTube.
I was going to say it's going to come out next week.
This?
No. So this will come out on a Thursday.
We'll release the YouTube on Friday.
Okay.
The next day.
All right. Let's do it.
Let's do that.
Behind the scenes.
Woo! Let's call the production
We
meeting.
just do it the same day.
We could do it the same day.
Look at that. Why would we have to do separate days? We can do the same day. Because I like Thursdays. I think Thursdays is a good day.
See, I like Fridays.
Then we'll do the video. We'll do videos on Fridays. We'll do recordings on Thursdays.
Or Saturday morning.
That also works.
I really appreciate, like, Finnegan always does a Sunday morning, and there's nothing. I wake up in the morning, like Sunday morning, and I sit on the couch with a cup of coffee and Tommy, and we watch Finnegan's Garage usually. Like, that's my Sunday morning.
Nice.
And then by the time the Finnegan's Garage is over, my Perkins Builder Brothers video has been released. Like, there's a bunch of Sunday releases, and then I watch them build a house.
Let's do it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you listening. We appreciate that you guys are interested enough to have us do a project and watch it, hopefully. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. We will see you guys next Tuesday. We will also see you guys tomorrow with the YouTube video.
No, we won't see you on YouTube. You'll see us on YouTube.
Hey.
Oh, that's the internet space.
Future past.
I'm going to throw a log on this fire.
All right. Talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
Or tomorrow. I don't know when.
Whatever.